What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host, Chris, and tomorrow, as many of you are aware, and if you aren't, is San Diego Comic-Con's Hall H Marvel Studios grand performance, one of the locations where we are familiar with receiving massive MCU updates. Lastly, in 2019, San Diego Comic-Con Hall H, we received the entirety of Phase 4. Now, because of COVID and maybe Marvel trying to change the way it does drop the information, not exclusively trying to use Hall H, maybe trying to create their own platform for it, kind of like DC Fandom or Star Wars Celebration, we haven't had a Hall H performance since that 2019 one. But now, tomorrow, we're getting a full hour of all Marvel all the way through, and lots of updates will be coming our way. So today I'm compiling all the rumors, thoughts, expectations of what exactly it is we should be expecting to receive at Hall H for Marvel Studios tomorrow. So stay around, maybe something that you're excited for will be coming out tomorrow. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of these are in the description down below. So, lots of different projects and expectations. I'm going to just kind of talk as one piece. This is everything I've heard. This is the things that have been slightly rumored, things that have been fans hoping for it to happen, and these are the leaks as well. For example, Black Panther is heavily expected to be dropping a full-blown trailer tomorrow. We'll be getting our first teaser trailer for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is the next movie to be coming out for Marvel Studios, and I think that that's fairly reasonable. So I would expect to see this. At the very least, we're going to get some footage, but I would expect a trailer to release, a teaser trailer to release, and it will also probably release globally as well. So 100%, I personally believe, and many other people are reporting, that we should be expecting a Black Panther Wakanda Forever teaser trailer and major update for that movie tomorrow. On top of that, we're also hearing heavily that Deadpool 3 will be getting an announcement. Now, I've heard specifically, I don't know how true it is, that Deadpool 3 will not be the title of the movie, which is news because Deadpool and Deadpool 2 were the first two movies. So maybe we're going to have Deadpool Homecoming. You know, I don't know what they're going to call it. I'm kind of secretly really hoping it's going to be called Deadpool Kills the Fox Universe, but I really just don't know how likely I believe that is. But that would be pretty incredible, especially if you've read before the Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe comic, and you know what that really would imply for Deadpool Kills the Fox Universe. But we have heard that Ryan Reynolds himself will be there and will be creating and giving some announcements and some updates. So Deadpool 3 will be getting a title and an update from Ryan Reynolds himself. Also keep in mind that we have the Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Logan movies going on Disney+, which would be the first Disney Plus projects to be rated R. Now, this is significant because this is just days before we will be getting the potential Deadpool 3 announcement. So hopefully that's the case. That's what they're building up to with the announcement of Deadpool 1 and 2 going on Disney Plus. Ryan Reynolds is supposedly going to be there. I'm very excited for that, and I know a lot of people cannot wait to see Deadpool in the MCU. SheHulk, I would very much expect some SheHulk footage. We've already gotten a trailer, but maybe we'll get a scene. This one wouldn't be released necessarily globally, but there will be descriptions, people afterwards explaining what exactly it was they saw. Sometimes they do ban phones in these events, so I wouldn't expect to see any recordings either. If they do show, 3 minutes of the first episode or something like that, something to that nature to kind of get people excited. SheHulk is the next Marvel project that will be dropping. We're hearing 9 episodes, and we're also hearing that we should be expecting a few cameos, and potentially even a Ben Grimm Fantastic Four cameo. Now, these are rumors, and hopefully there's some merit to them, but we won't be getting any of those announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. We can talk about that later on. Daredevil, a solo project. This is something everybody's really excited for. Daredevil was one of the more successful Netflix series, maybe even one of the more successful Marvel shows that have dropped, including some of the stuff that's come off of Disney Plus that is connected to the MCU. So having Charlie Cox back to play Daredevil and knowing that he's going to be getting his own solo project, unclear if it's a film or if it's a series, this has people at the edge of their seats. We know several projects that Charlie Cox's Daredevil is going to be involved in. One was Spider-Man No Way Home. That's passed. We've seen it. Also expecting to see him in SheHulk. the Echo series and in a solo project. Again, not specified if that's a movie or a series, although I would kind of assume they're going to go with the series to follow that same formula. Also, She-Hulk is a series, Echo is a series, and he will probably heavily be involved with Echo and Kingpin in his own solo project as well. So I would expect a series, but I really kind of hope it's a movie just because I think Daredevil is ready to be a top shelf hero. And by that I mean have a big movie, have a big release, and have this massive budget blockbuster event. So I hope that that's the case, and hopefully we'll get some updates about that as well. It's also sounding pretty solid that we're going to be getting some Guardians of the Galaxy update. Now, I think specifically it's supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special, which would couple in I Am Groot, both projects releasing this year, and both projects not really having many major updates or anything coming from Marvel specifically that would get us excited. So maybe some footage from I Am Groot or a trailer for one of them. But also, since they're all there, we could be getting a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 update as well. If I know James Gunn, he's not going to want to miss an opportunity to connect with the fans. He loves it, constantly reacting and interacting with people on Twitter. And I have heard, there's a rumor going around that Will Poulter, who is playing Adam Warlock, will also be in attendance, which means definitely some Guardians of the Galaxy 3 news would be heading our way in that respect. Unless we find out that Adam Warlock is actually going to be a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special, which I find unlikely. So I think if James Gunn's going to be there, Chris Pratt is rumored to be there, now Adam Warlock, played by Will Poulter, is going to be there, definitely should expect some updates for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. One other massive rumor I've heard is that we'll be getting the official announcement for the World War Hulk Now series. It was going to be a movie, but now we're going to be having a 4-part series, but it's going to be very important. It's not like, oh, let's push this off and make it a series. Hearing specifically that this is going to be an Avengers level project. It's going to have many different cameos and involvements, and it's going to be one of the big Avenger team-up movies that we will have had since the end of Avengers Infinity War. Or rather, the entire Infinity War saga. So, if we do get a news about this, and this is the one that I'm not 100% certain about for you guys, but it does sound promising. It's something we've been talking about for quite some time. She-Hulk's coming out, which is going to give us a lot of information about what's going on with Bruce Banner. And keep in mind, he's one of the very few remaining OG Avengers. So they're going to want to push some type of narrative with this character just because there is familiarity, which will eventually equal success and money. People love the Hulk. People love the original Avengers. It is definitely a route that I would assume Marvel wants to follow. So we'll hopefully get an update for World War Hulk, what type of Avengers level movie this is going to be, or series, or however it is they plan on doing it, and I'm excited for that prospect as well. Remember, Hall H is only going to be lasting an hour for the Marvel Studios block, so anything more than this isn't going to be very detailed. They might announce a few titles, things that we know are coming our way, like the Thunderbolts movie or a new Avengers film, something that doesn't have a concrete announcement, but then they're going to move right on from it. So these are the projects we're expecting to get some information for, some footage, some trailers, and hopefully that does ring true tomorrow. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. What are you most excited for, and what are you hoping gets an announcement at Hall H tomorrow for the MCU? Thank you guys so much for watching to the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or entertaining, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.